Today's episode of
What in the Goddamn
is very special. His Majesty recently retired the government and hired a new one. Don't get too excited though, it's just someone else's turn to get rich quick. Nothing will change. The Prime Minister even stayed, he didn't change. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Mustafa Madbouli.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The interesting thing about this new government, however, is that many of the new ministers are actually crooks. Like, more than usual. I wanted to make this sooner, but I was waiting for the events to run its course, because boy was that a lot of tea that got spilled.
ثانية واحدة يا فندم. اديني الكلب. يا ابني روح.
طيب قيم الانتماء الحقيقية انك انت ما تقبلش اي شكل من اشكال الفساد، ان يولى الامر لناس ما تعرفش، مجاملة، ده فساد.
This one wasn't in the video, but apparently the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities has no fucking qualifications for that position whatsoever.
ان يولى الامر لناس ما تعرفش، مجاملة، ده فساد.
Where he only has a bachelor's degree of social service. As for his past experiences, he has worked as a Minister of Aviation, Chairman of Egypt Air Holding Company, Advisor and Executive Director for the Recovery Plan of Egypt Air, and General Manager of Profit Maximizing in the Commercial Department of Egypt Air. So bro is a businessman, basically. Actually, that makes sense then. Artifacts is one of, if not the biggest and most lucrative businesses in Egypt. Anyway, we'll be focusing on the External Affairs and Education Ministers because they have the most tea. First in the ring is the Minister of External Affairs. As you saw in the video, he was an ambassador. He was an ambassador in Berlin, but it seems bro forgot he was in Germany and not Egypt and bought a car for himself from the mission's money and also pocketed a €250,000 real quick.
Your Honor, my client pleads oopsie daisy.
You know, average work day here for a government official. I've also seen a lot of talk about how he stole a carpet from some German guy and hid it in the embassy because it's neutral ground, but the police eventually managed to get in and get it back to its owner. I couldn't get any official reports or details on that though. Everyone is just calling him carpet thief on Twitter, and you know what? That's good enough for me. As for the other point, him spying on Egyptians living abroad, someone actually commented a personal experience of his about that. When I had problems with the Egyptian embassy in 2017, Badr Abdel Ati was the ambassador in Berlin. A security report was filed against me by the cultural attachment Dr. Ahmed Farouk Hamid Ghunim by request of the ambassador. This is part of the report. The student in question constantly insults icons of the Egyptian state and complains about state employees on social media in a disgusting fashion, and attached is some evidence of his insults to the state icons within and without. Keep in mind, the office has notified the involved entities about the student's misbehavior and lack of manners. The office thinks this student is a bad example for Egyptian students and legal action must be taken swiftly and decisively against him as you see fit, bearing in mind he has almost finished his study. This is some Soviet Union shit, which fits the phase we're living, as it is already eerily similar to the Soviet collapse. Next, and the biggest drama of the day, is the Minister of Education, who vaguely resembles Lex Luthor, by the way. Lex Luthor here is the grandchild of Field Marshal Ahmad Ismail, a known hero from the October War in '73. He went to the US at 13 years old to continue his education, allegedly, continued his higher education here in Egypt, allegedly, worked as executive director for Nermeen Ismail Schools, executive director of company Advanced Technology and a managing director for the company Advanced Education for equivalency of American school certificates. And the Prime Minister said he handpicked Mr. Loser himself. I was sure to pick someone from the domain who understands the case. People found multiple inconsistencies in his CV, however, the main one being that the university he claims he got his PhD from doesn't even exist, apparently. Is Cardiff City University that the new Egyptian Minister of Education got his PhD from real or fake? After the announcement of the new minister Mohammed Abdel Latif, his resume was published, and among his achievements is a doctorate degree from Cardiff City University in USA. According to the university's name and its website, it's a fake university that provides fake documents and papers and doesn't have a campus either. And it is not the ancient Cardiff University in Britain. Fake universities are usually companies without a campus or education staff that give documents and papers that are not academically recognized. Looking at Cardiff City University's website, we find that it is fake. It has used a photo on its website as its campus, but the photo is from Trinity College Grade School that belongs to Cambridge University. And the published address on the fake university website also belongs to a rental office building for companies in the US and can be found here. And here's the address. The university email is different from the domain of the university itself, and the email domain is for sale. Searching the fake university domain archive ccu-edu.us, we find that in 2010 it belonged to another university, not Cardiff City. Someone asked where they got Cardiff City University from, as it wasn't in the announcement, and then OP responded with a screenshot of a post from the Board of Ministers Facebook page that explicitly mentions that name among his other achievements.
Are you embarrassing yourself? You're embarrassing yourself, you fucking stupid fuck. You fucking making yourself a joke.
The government, not being one to admit their corruption, despite it being ultimately inconsequential, really, have doubled down on their choice instead of just finding another less obvious crook to hire. The chief of government, Madbouli I presume, affirms the Minister of Education's degrees are legit. And Cairo 24 posted an article showing Lex Loser's degrees. However, the internet knows no mercy.
Internet.
And nothing stays hidden, so instead of calming the situation down as they anticipated, this only fanned the flames.
وانا عندي ولاد متخرجين من اكبر جامعات في العالم، وعندي ولاد يعني بقالي 25 سنه بخرج اجيال.
Before we move on to the responses, here is the cheating shit mentioned in the video. To my Egyptian homies, this might look very familiar. Back to the point, Masadash did what they do best and raw-dogged the minister's allegations in the ass. To those who don't know, these guys are a free news agency whose work is pretty much entirely dedicated to debunking Egyptian government lies and exposing them. Cairo 24 have published on July 5th, 2024 multiple documents as approval documents of the Minister of Education, Mohammed Abdel Latif's doctorate. The published documents include a certificate from a university called Cardiff City that states the minister earned a doctorate of philosophy in business management, specializing in management of education development, or whatever the fuck else it says here. I never understood how degree titles work. In addition to an approval document from a notary in Columbia County in Washington State, as well as an approval certificate from the American Ministry of External Affairs and a receipt of documentation from the Egyptian Embassy in Washington. But these documents themselves state that the alleged doctorate degree is not academic and from an unofficial or unapproved source. A certificate from the APEL system from a fake university. The published document, in which the so-called Cardiff City University testifies to the minister earning the aforementioned doctorate, states that he got it within the APEL system. The APEL stands for Accreditation of Prior Experiential Learning, meaning the approval of previous external learning. On the APEL system, anyone who thinks they have practical and professional skills may present proof of said skills and experience for approval and get a certificate with it, according to University of Kuala Lumpur University in Malaysia. Degrees earned through the APEL system are not academically approved and are not recognized by trusted academic authorities, and its holder is not permitted to teach in a university. These degrees are offered by unapproved universities in exchange for a monetary sum, like Cardiff City University, which the Fact Check in Arabic platform that specializes in verifying information has stated that it's a fake university with no campus or education staff. The cost of the doctorate degree offered by Cardiff City is $10,000 according to their website. The external affairs approval means nothing. The published documents include as evidence of the doctorate degree of the minister documentation from a notary in Columbia County and the stamp of the County of Columbia. These documents are not considered proof of the minister earning a doctorate academically approved from the United States of America. The published document clearly states that the American Ministry of External Affairs holds no responsibility for the contents of the attached document. Even the approval receipt accredited to the Egyptian Embassy in Washington also states in handwriting, approval does not count as recognition of the certificate, which someone actually did point out in another comment with a photo of said document. Lawrence University has no magistrate programs. According to his resume that was published by the Board of Ministers, the new Minister of Education, Mohammed Abdel Latif Ramadan, earned a magistrate degree in education development from Lawrence University in USA in 2012. The American Lawrence University is old and known, established in 1847, and it specializes in arts and liberal sciences and includes a famous music institute. According to its official website, Lawrence focuses on bachelor programs and don't have any independent magistrate programs. Lawrence University has joint programs with other universities and colleges that allow students to obtain bachelor degrees from Lawrence, so the student continues their studies in the second college or university to obtain a bachelor or magistrate in another field. Here, I never understood how degree titles work. Joint programs in Lawrence University include specific fields which are engineering, forest and environment studies, law, occupational therapy, and public health. None of these joint programs include education or its development that the minister claims to have earned a magistrate in from the university. While some government news sites have stated that the magistrate field is effective management of educational facilities in the digital age, Masadash didn't find a magistrate with that title in his name published in any of the known scientific databases. Someone else mentioned something interesting. The American law defines diploma mills as degree factories, which are fraudulent organizations that claim to offer recognized academic degrees in exchange for money without the need for any actual academic work or achievement. These organizations work illegally and are not recognized as legit educational foundations. The applicant gets the degree within 24 hours of payment. So that's interesting. I thought this shit was only happening here. There I go again, overestimating America. Probably all of the West, to be honest. Still better than here though. Another account called El Mawqif Al Masri, or the Egyptian Position, reported on the scandal as well. There is some overlap in information with what Masadash have already said, so I'll just show you guys the new bits. The first comment from Abdel Latif on the channel Extra News 48 hours after the scandal of his paid certificates from a fake university, he gave a bunch of excuses. The first being he was interested in remote learning 12 years ago and traveled to the US to take training courses and discovered that there are online universities, so he enrolled in them to try and copy the experiment. What will I do with it? Will I use it to teach at a university, for example, to get promoted? Why would I want it?
Good question.
This was a revelation, actually, said by the minister, that he doesn't even need the certificate. There are other qualifications the minister needs in our political system, such as loyalty and obedience. It doesn't take someone who's qualified and has a real academic degree and experience in education.
إن يولى الأمر لناس ما تعرفش مجاملة ده فساد.
A reminder that before the minister commented and after about 48 hours from the scandal, the Administrative Control Authority published his resume along the path of I don't lie or embellish, and said the same things he said in the TV interview, that it's a remote doctorate. Is it logical that a revered entity such as the Administrative Control Authority takes this nonsense and makes it into a justification instead of doing its job and investigate him and do its normal procedures? Does this suit such a respected control entity? No one is saying that among the criteria of choosing ministers is to have a doctorate or magistrate. On the contrary, it's a political position to begin with, as we say. But the selection method and criteria in a government that claims to be non-political has to have at least the least amount of transparency. A minister cannot start his work with false allegations, and when correcting it, he tries to deceive the public opinion. Someone actually went and contacted the university from which the minister claims to have gotten the magistrate degree, and they actually responded, confirming that they do not offer magistrate programs. So that's hilarious. Another interesting factoid about him is that he got himself deported from Hungary during his college studies for using a fake high school diploma. I couldn't find news on that one though. The focus was all on the doctorate and magistrate. However, Amr Adib asked him what he was doing in Hungary, which kinda looks like a threat. Amr Adib only says what he's told to say. That's what he's been doing his whole career for whoever is in power. So this is really on the government's tongue, not Amr. Maybe they plan on throwing the minister under the bus to save face after they couldn't save him. Who knows?
Did you really believe it would be this easy?
I just think it's funny he managed to get himself kicked out of Hungary for spoofing documents. Like, bro, Hungary? Egypt but with snow? How dumb do you have to be? And now that crescendo, the same guy from earlier emailed the Council for Higher Education in America, or CHEA, asking about that university, and they answered denying its legitimacy. To end, we've previously mentioned he has a high position in an international school group that his mom founded, and I just find it hilarious that they do these LARP shows and have mini boot camps in them. Do you even know how much people pay to be in those? To each their own, I guess. I just thought it was ridiculous. But what can you expect from Lex Luthor, I guess, huh? His only qualification, after all, is being the grandson of a war hero, and I am pretty sure he never lets his friends forget about it, if he had any.
I'm gonna...
Here's to a new government and a brighter future. As in, hell, because it has the brightest fires ever. Hey, at least we won't have to work in the dark anymore. This is all a call for celebration. And the fireworks are on the power company.
لازم يقوض منها.